Imagine you wake up and your bank account is gone. Well, this is what just happened to a bunch of people, or is actually happening right now. I'm going to give you the details here in this video. And this is also happening as the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau, a government agency, is pretty much being dismantled and might not be around in the future to actually even help protect this. I'm going to give you all the details here in this video. Is this a cause for concern? Well, I think so, definitely. I'm going to give you all the details as this craziness is happening here. And a lot of people were like, wow. This also comes here as a lot of people's banking information is now being leaked. Yeah, so let's jump right in. We are live right now. Let me know if you can see and hear me. Type yes in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from. You can let me know your city, state, or even your country, as we have people tuning in here from all around the globe. Don't forget to smash that like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click the subscribe button down below and then the bell icon so you don't miss out on future updates. I'll keep you up to date here on everything going on here on a daily basis, including the Trump $5,000 stimulus checks for 2025 and everything happening on a daily basis. Also, help me reach 500,000 subscribers. You guys are absolutely amazing. All right, take a look here. All right, JPMorgan Chase, the largest bank in the U.S. CEO admits U.S. banks push people out of the system. Gone. After Trump hammers Chase and Bank of America over abrupt account terminations. Yeah, so this is happening here right now as people are just losing their accounts. Chase, Bank of America, JPMorgan, people are just being pushed out of the system and abrupt account terminations. Yeah, take a listen here. This is very concerning. I'll also give you the next story here about people's information being leaked. JPMorgan Chase and billionaire Jamie Dimon is addressing controversy over how and why some American citizens and businesses are abruptly finding themselves kicked out of the banking system. Imagine just waking up and your bank account is gone. The money's gone. And you're like, hey, where did it go? Where did it go? After meeting with Republican lawmakers in Washington, D.C. on the subject of debanking, Jamie Dimon told reporters that Chase never drops customers over their religious or political affiliation. What? Instead, Dimon said unclear federal guidelines, especially around anti-money laundering rules, forces banks to deny service over compliance fears. So they're denying service to how many accounts because these banks don't want to comply with rules? When squarely asked if regulators are to blame for debanking, Jamie Dimon responds with pretty much yeah. There are a lot of things that should be fixed. Anti-money laundering laws are extraordinary, and it does cause a lot of people to be pushed out of the system because banks are afraid of being sued, fined, because if and after the fact something goes wrong, coulda, woulda, shoulda, you could pay $1 billion in fines. And these banks are being fined for all the crap that they're doing wrong on a monthly basis. Because these banks are breaking the rules all the time at your and my expense. So now they're just shutting our accounts down because they can't get away with it. Well, or couldn't get away with it. More details here in a second. Jamie Dimon's remarks come after President Trump's hammered Bank of America and JPMorgan Chase during a virtual World Economic Forum session, accusing them of wrongly denying conservatives or Republicans access to bank accounts. Republican lawmakers are now pushing for legislation that would clearly explain when banks can and cannot reject service for customers. List of bankers included in the closed-door meeting in Washington, including Bank of America CEO, Wells Fargo CEO, Capital One CEO, and CEOs from several other large financial institutions. So basically, all the big boys of all the large banks were there. This also comes after Trump and Elon Musk have been planning to fire, and dismantling the CFPB, the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau. And this Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has returned billions and billions of dollars to consumers in fees, late fees, overcharged fees from banks and credit card companies, which are banks, back to regular everyday Americans. In a trove of statements released Thursday, federal employees said the mass layoffs was discussed in meetings that they attended this month. The Consumer Finance Protection Bureau, Trump-appointed leadership, plans to fire nearly all of its 1,700 employees while, quote, winding down the agency, according to testimony from employees. In a trove of statements released late Thursday, federal employees said that the mass layoffs was discussed in meetings they attended this month with senior Consumer Financial Protection Bureau leaders and members of Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency. Quote, my team was directed to assist with terminating the vast majority of CFPB employees as quickly as possible, said an employee identified as Alex Doe, a pseudonym used out of fear of retaliation. Doe said the plan for CFPB leaders and Doge was to cut the Bureau's workforce in 3 phases. It would first eliminate probationary and term employees, then carry out a wave of about 1,200 layoffs, leaving a skeleton crew of a few hundred workers. Finally, the Bureau would reduce altogether within 60 to 90 days by terminating most of its remaining staff. The workers' testimony comes at a crucial time for the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau, as the agency created to protect consumers after the 2008 financial crisis was caused in part by irresponsible bank lending. This raises fears of open season on consumers. What are your thoughts? Let me know your thoughts here in the comments section. Do we need some regulation on banks, or should banks and credit card companies, where credit card interest rates are already at all-time highs, fees are out of control, should they be allowed to do whatever they want without any type of regulation? Let me know your thoughts here in the comment section. This also comes here as JPMorgan Chase loses package containing customer-sensitive data, warns bank account information could be at risk. JPMorgan Chase is disclosing a potential data breach to its customers. In a new filing with Massachusetts state government, Chase says it sent a letter to a number of customers warning a package went missing a few weeks ago after leaving one of its branches in the Bay State. Package contained checks and other paperwork from transactions, quote, including yours, that we processed on or around December 6, 2024. The information included your name, address, and account number, end quote. While Chase said there are no indications the information contained in the missing package has been used inappropriately so far, the bank is urging its customers to remain vigilant over the next 12 to 24 months. Please review your credit reports and account statements for any unauthorized transactions or incidences of suspected identity theft and promptly notify us of activity related to your Chase accounts. This is the largest U.S. lender by total assets. Now, this also comes as we've had entire banks closing down. Polsicki Savings Bank from Illinois closing here as recently as January 2025. First National Bank of Lindsay, Oklahoma, closing down in October of 2024. Republic Bank in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania in April of 2024. Citizens Bank, November 2023. These are major bank. Heartland Tri-State Bank 2023. First Republic Bank and Signature Bank, Silicon Valley Bank, all in 2023. Several of these were some of the largest bank failures ever. Entire branches. Some of these were the largest bank failures ever in the history of United States, with tens of billions of dollars of assets. Yeah, you guys can let me know your thoughts on that. These were extremely worrisome to the American public. And now we have, JPMorgan Chase admitting that they're just pushing people out of the system and just account terminations overnight. Yeah, so you guys can let me know your thoughts here in the comments, and I will keep you up to date here on everything you guys need to know about. Click here to see It's Now Law from President Donald Trump, or click here to see what the Republicans just passed in the House. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in